10th of February. It is above ground crop day. I think I'll try digging out the horseradish, which is right about there. I see the raccoons have been in here again. I love them raccoons. This is where I'm going to plant the broad beans again. But I'm going to add a layer of compost. Try to refresh it a bit. Because they did well here. They're not doing well over there at all. I think only one made it. Let's see if there's any horseradish. There's something pop. Horseradish. Yes, I have horseradish. The thing about horseradish, you think you got it all. Poor stuff is so beat up, but it's still edible. You think you got it all. It's like Jerusalem artichokes. You think you got it all, and it all starts growing again. And I've been watering. Look how dry that is. Oops. Don't want you in there, because I got enough cherry tomatoes. One thing with horseradish, if you don't keep it dug, it will eventually die out. Because this box used to be solid horseradish. And I used to have to grab it as it came out from underneath. But not the last 2 years. Of course, I haven't dug it in 3 years. It's my fault. Finish doing this and fill it up with compost. Okay, here's next year's horseradish. And I see more is going to come up because I severed a piece of the root there. That's how I plant horseradish. It's homegrown chicken fertilizer. I'm going to put a little bit of this on, work that in, and put a layer of compost on top. The way I figure, by the time the roots get down to the fertilizer, it's done cooking. Because I'm going to put a good 3 inches of compost on top of this. Well, the sun has decided to come out for a little bit. Got 2 buckets of compost down. And from what I understand, plant them on their side. Not flat, but on their side. This is where I grew them last year. I guess they get enough sun over here. This stuff is just so bloody dry. Okay, broad beans are planted. I'm going to be planting yard-long beans. These are the ones I bought last year, which I'm very disappointed in Gurney's. It took them 2 months to get me my seeds. And by the time I got them, it was way past planting season, at least for me. Then I just bought these asparagus yard-longs. So, they're going to go in here. And I'll train them to go all the way across the top. Oh, and look, we've got blue skies and clouds. 5 o'clock at night. At 67 degrees as usual. At least it didn't get hot today. It's supposed to stay cool. I sprinkled some of that in there. I didn't put any chicken in. But I am going to dump a bucket of compost. And then plant my seeds. Got it filled in. And seeds kind of spread around. No more bending. My bender's broke again. And this little jobby-do is a fruit juice container with holes drilled in the side to let the water be dispersed down in the root zone. So far, I don't see any great improvement using it that way. And they're predicting rain. Wouldn't that be nice? Actually get some rain. Come on, beans, where are you? And hopefully they'll climb up the tomato cage. And then I've got strings that I can tie them down with, or string them up. Okay, yard-long beans are in. Hopefully they'll take. And I'm going to go plant bush beans in the front. If they stay low enough, maybe nobody will notice that they are beans out there. I'm going to plant them where the okra was. Now, I'm not holding out a lot of hope for these. They're bush, they're Blue Lake, which are delicious. But they're 12 and 13, 5 years old. They may not make it. But they're going to go in here. And I'm just going to kind of push the giant leaf nasturtium out of the way. Plant the seeds, and if they don't come up, I haven't destroyed anything. If they come up, I can always pull the other stuff up. Got a new dilemma. I didn't realize I have all kinds of butterfly weed coming up in here. Oh dear. And it needs to be watered bad. What can I plant you into? Do I have any empty pots out here? I don't think so. Now, with my luck, they will all come up. If I spaced them perfectly and did everything by the book, 2 would come up. But since I threw in 5-year-old seeds, I am going to spread them out a little better. They'll all come up, overcrowd each other, and do very poorly. But they're old seeds. I'm going to have to break out the hose. There's just too many wilted type things out here that watering cans are not going to cover. My poor bay laurel. But the loquats are getting ripe. First loquat of the season. I prefer them if they're a little wrinkly, and I peel the skin off. Oh, hopefully it's sweet. Slight tang. A little astringent. I have had sweeter. I will save the seeds if anybody wants them. The reason why the tree is so compact is because I'm growing it in a container. Looks like it's trying to touch the stars. I'm growing it in a container. Here comes one of those raccoon monsters. It's funny, 'cause I haven't seen a whole lot of foot traffic in quite some time. I know that periodically they come through and do a homeless sweep. Cleared Lemon Grove of homeless for a while. Then they come back. Can't get rid of them permanently. It's just too nice of a place to be. And too many places to hide and live. But I've always got my little raccoons. Yeah, little devils. Tear everything up. But I would be bored without them.